even letting go one carrier, it's 100 seconds.
Yeah.
It's 1 minute 40. The last person in line has to wait 1 minute and 40 longer.
Yeah.
It's 2 carrier, it's more than 3 minutes waiting longer. Can you imagine for the 20 minutes standing in line? If a couple of carriers pass, the line gets away. It's a huge difference.
I approve waterboarding. We're talking about wakeboarding. The thing about wakeboarding, every trick is an invert.
Backside.
Air railings.
A new dimension.
We are back. Another episode of the Grab Matters podcast. Today we welcome on a very special guest, Benni Suess. How's it going?
Thank you. I'm very well. Like I said, kind of nervous. I'm good. I'm good. And yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again.
Yeah, for the listeners who can't see, we are here at Langenfeld. We're in the room where you guys do the live stream for Langenfeld Open. So it's pretty cool. It looks a little bit different right now, but still got some of the old relics in the background. Speaking of, I feel like we should talk about these skis before we even get into this. So what's the story with these old skis here?
Okay, these skis I learned to water ski on and did my first laps on my own with, I think, 4 years.
4 years old?
4 years old. That's what they told me. I can't remember. Yeah.
That's cool you still have them. So those were the original ones. And you said that you got a little custom on the back there.
My uncle, Connie from the Bricks, he cut me some rubber parts because they were so tiny and it was really hard to get them back in the days. And that's a little story about
I think that was cool. I walked in and we started talking about those. So I think it was really cool. And we'll get into Langenfeld and, everything in terms of your early life, but we always start off with favorite grab. What do you got?
Stalefish.
Stalefish?
Stalefish.
Straight up stalefish. Okay. Toe side or heel side?
Heel side.
Okay.
Heel side.
Interesting. Not a lot of stalefishes I've got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was listening to many podcasts, not every podcast, but I personally think method grab is the one what's for me most iconic with sports.
Yeah.
Probably from snowboarding as well. Indie is the easiest, but stalefish is for me, it looks stylish if you bone it out, like your back foot really, and lift your front foot, really your knee up. And it looks tweaked. If you do it right, it always looks good. Doesn't matter if you turn it afterwards or whatever.
Yeah.
If you include it in any other trick, but
it's a good one.
It's very compact body position.
It is. I feel like it's really good into a bank too. If you can go into a bank, that's kind of what my brain was going.
Yep.
So, all right. I think we move into early days because there's a lot to talk about here today with you. But let's just back it up to, I guess, first time getting on the water, because you just kind of brought up the skis, and I want to know about the family environment, how you guys all got on the water, like that whole process at the beginning. I'm very fascinated.
So my family background is my granddad. He was a farmer, like just living on a on a farm, a couple 100 meters from the lake. And after the Second World War, they were digging sand and selling the sand for building up houses, roads, just sand needed for concrete. And in the 70s, the business got a lot harder. And my family, my dad, my uncles, and my granddad, they've seen a cable park in the south of Germany. And they've been on the water, and they liked it. So I thought, hey, maybe why don't build a cable park up here in Langenfeld? That was, I think, the 5th cable worldwide.
Really?
As I can
this
remember.
One was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the 5th worldwide. And was the first in this region, like western part of Germany. Yeah, and so my granddad started this business with his sons, and that was 1976. So we have next year
coming up on 50, which we were talking
years
about.
Anniversary, exactly. I was born in 77, so 1 year later, and I don't remember my first days on the water. My dad always says every person remembers the first time riding, like skiing, but I don't do it because I was too young. Probably Parks doesn't remember either.
Parks doesn't remember.
Yeah. No, but they told me I rode the first time was 4 years on my own, and then when I was 5, like really going laps.
Yeah.
So that's what they told me. And then my first memories are really like, I don't know, just going around with double skis, with slalom ski. I have some memories falling, walking back, and adults talking to me, hey, are you not too young? And yeah, these are some tiny snippets from back in the days.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Saying you're too young. Are you too young to ski? Are you on your own?
Yeah, because I imagine a little 5-year-old running around
with these little tiny skis.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so I want to know what the cable looked like back then, because it's so fascinating to me that, these cables had been around for so long, from this point. It's just skis. Are there buoys out there that you guys are slaloming, or is it just going around in circles? What's it like?
It used to be 4 corners, so really hard, 90 degrees corners back in the days. I think pretty much in the beginning, 6 buoys, like slalom course, and a big jump ramp. Because I think the cable parks back in the days, they want to get the credibility in the water ski scene, because the boat water skiers said, "Oh, it's just cable." It's
We've heard,
came a long way. I mean, it's different now, but it was different, and pretty much the beginning there were water ski contests, trick skiing, slalom skiing, and jumping. And that's how it looked like, pretty empty, no plastic floating around. And not so many green trees in the background. When I see old footage now,
that's
a lot
fascinating.
cleaner.
Yeah.
Still a lot of sand around, and now big trees and
So were you growing up skiing? Did you start doing contests like slalom contests, jump contests, or kind of what everybody did?
Yeah, I mean everybody did it. So I wanted to do slalom skiing, and I did my first competitions. I don't know, 7-8 years. Did my first, I think, water skiing nationals with 12, 13 years or something, and got pretty competitive. I liked getting better, like pushing myself. My parents always, I was not allowed jumping the big ramp because it's not really good for your body, if you start too early. But I started jumping the big ramp with 13 years, I think, for the first time, but then got pretty good, pretty quick, and I went to even international competitions and got into even in the adult national team with 16 or 17. But that was already the time when wakeboarding came around.
Okay.
And then some conflicts came up.
Okay, so we might as well just talk about that right now. But before that, did you ever go behind the boat here? Because I saw some footage of you wakeboarding behind the boat, but did you go water skiing? Did you guys have a boat?
No, we never had a boat here for water skiing. I went one time, I think with 15 years or 16, I went to Florida.
Oh, okay.
With some other friends, and they took me for 2 weeks, I think, Eastern holiday.
Yeah.
And we learned water skiing and did a little bit slalom skiing and trick skiing, not jumping. Never jumped behind the boat. Slalom skiing, I don't know, the rope lengths I made, I think. We call it 14 meter or 13 meter.
Okay.
I don't know how many off this is.
Yeah.
Measuring.
I wouldn't be able to do the math in my head on that one.
It's 3 from the longest lengths.
3 sections off.
3 sections off, I think. Yeah. 16, 14, 13, yeah. That's what I could do, but just randomly. No comps, nothing.
Okay, so just the one time behind the boat. All right.
Yeah, maybe a couple of times, yeah.
Let's talk about wakeboarding. Because you just said wakeboarding came into the picture. This has got to be early 90s, maybe mid 90s?
Yeah, my uncle brought a Dorfer already in the 80s.
Yeah.
And that was just another toy for us,
Yeah.
Just an e-board, like the disc. Have you seen the disc?
The disc?
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
the disc.
Yeah.
Like shoe skis, like barefooting. It was just another toy, like a Dorfer or surfboard going around. But it finally, and we had some people going then with, like thinner boards, not the buoyant ones, like a Dorfer, like the first Hyperlights, for example.
One of these, we got back here. Yeah.
Exactly. We had some skateboarders going around, and then I I took it. I did some ollies, some grabs. Tried some indie nose bones. That was my first
There we
indie
go.
nose bone. Was
There
my
we go.
first really grab on a board. I still remember. And then, but it really made sense to us when the boards got were twin tip.
Yeah.
boards.
So before that, it was kind of like another knee board. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was just a toy. I
Yeah.
mean, and with the trick ski, we could do flips. We did like a air railie. We did with the trick ski.
Yeah.
Even before the air railie was born or invented by Chet Rayleigh or Darren Shapiro.
Yeah.
We did railies with trick skis here on the cable.
Interesting.
Just cutting really hard out and flying around with the trick skis.
Yeah.
So once the twin tip boards came out, it was just like, okay, let's do a railie, let's do a crib, let's do a back roll. And then, made really sense really quick. And it was way easier than with the trick ski.
Because you have no features at this point, besides
No,
the jump,
no,
probably is
no,
all you guys
no.
have.
But we hit already what was really fun. We had a little barefoot ramp, like
Yeah.
2 or 3, little higher than a barefoot ramp, like maybe 2 feet
Yeah.
high. And we were hitting the barefoot ramp already with trick skis and trying to do like back scratchers and like shifties and kind of grabs. And then did this also with a wakeboard.
Yeah.
But the real features came a couple of years later.
Okay, and we'll get into features in a little bit. But what was the reaction like to wakeboarding once it kind of started to take hold with the twin tip boards and you guys? It's obviously something that isn't just kneeboarding or a disc. Like, it's not a fad. Was there like pushback from, because this has been water skiing here for, in all of Germany for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, that was my personal conflict. I was in the national team, like for adults already, with all the good water skiers. I was, I think, 17 or something, and I was already wakeboarding and doing tricks and learning new tricks. And then there was one point I said, okay, I quit water skiing. I only want to do wakeboarding anymore. And they said, hey, how can you throw your career out of the window? I mean, you have such a big career in front of you. I said, yeah, but this is fun. This is how I learned to ride on the water,
Yeah.
And I talked a lot with my brother and some friends in the last year because we were working on this, like 50 years, Wasserski Langenfeld, and for us it just made sense. Wakeboarding was just more fun. It was not so focused on just practicing this one extra buoy, just more freedom. We could hang out, party. Yeah, it was just more freedom.
Yeah.
We could like express ourselves in any direction. The sport was just starting, so it was super exciting for us. That's why we started wakeboarding.
Okay, so I guess with the water skiing, there was a path to like a professional career. It was kind of not laid out, but it was very defined.
It was.
There's a possibility to do this.
Yeah.
And wakeboarding, I have to imagine there wasn't anything because it's so new. You don't know what this is going to be.
There was no cable contest. It was just we've seen some footage from the US.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Parks Bonifay win the X Games in New York, I think in 96 or something, or 95. And then we've seen the first videos like Bailey sliding a dog. Sliding the little water slide.
Yeah.
Because this video, a friend of mine, a skater, gave it to me, and I watched it and said, "Oh wow, that's what we're gonna do."
Yeah. Okay. I guess run through the next progression of wakeboarding here, because, like you said, you're watching maybe some stuff in the United States where it's maybe a bit more defined because they have the boats and they have contests, but over here it's not quite. There's no contest tour. There's nothing like that yet. So how does it progress for the next, however many years where it turns into, a riding career for you?
So I was still water skiing, and I was in contact with the guys from UK, like Stuart Marston. He was water skiing back in the days as well. And so we organized a little wakeboard extra contest, right? Like a side event, to the water ski contest here in Langenfeld. And Stuart always tells me he beat me this one time. That was my very first wakeboard contest. I got second, he got first. I always wanted a revenge.
Yeah, revenge. Yeah.
Never got it. No, that was the first wakeboard contest couple of UK boys came over wakeboarding. Some guys from here. And that's how it started. And we were in contact. There was this one guy, Dan Beck, and then we came together and we thought about what rules could we use for contests. Like we wrote together the first rules because trick skiing, 20 seconds was always on a full length, like on the straight of the cable, you know. And we thought, hey, you get more airtime around the corners, so let's do it middle of the straight, around 2 corners. There are more spectators, and so he wrote the English version. I translated it in German and brought some ideas in, and that's how the first contest rules started in Europe, actually.
Interesting. And so it's just air tricks, basically.
Back in the days.
Back in the day, that's all you guys had. So that's all you guys were doing.
5 air tricks.
And
Even you had to write down your pass. Five tricks
before you went.
Before you go out.
And what happens if you don't land all the 5 tricks, or you have to do something
points.
different?
If you do a different trick,
you're out.
0 points. No, 0 points.
Oh, 0 points. Yeah. Okay.
But the same rules like behind the boat back in the days.
Interesting.
It's
okay.
a freestyle format.
Yeah.
And then the free ride format came around where you could choose just on the water what you want to do.
Yeah.
And this, from there on the development of tricks, got a lot.
Okay.
Faster,
So I guess let's just keep going down this path because it's you got the contest format. I'm sure year after year there's more contests, more people riding. So I guess when does it turn into like a full tour? You guys are getting sponsors. Like how long does this take?
Actually, pretty soon O'Neill and Swatch, the watch company, they came around and they wanted to use wakeboarding as the next sport because we had a huge sport boom in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, in the US as well as in Europe. And they wanted to promote wakeboarding. I think it was in 97. They called it Wake Attack Tour. And they right away came around, hey, you want to get free stuff? I said, yeah, sure, why not? Got some free stuff from Swatch and from O'Neill, and that's how it started. The first events in the year after, we organized the first, I think, nationals in Berlin. And so slowly it came around. Then we had a German wakeboard tour, I think in 98 or 99, together with Fanatic, Fanatic, the windsurf brand.
Yeah, okay.
They were building boards back in the day, wakeboards. So they were sponsoring the German wakeboard tour for a couple of years.
Interesting.
So German wakeboard tour was always like, let's say, 4, 5, 6 stops.
Okay.
I would say. Then some international events, some in France, UK, Austria came around. Some events. Maybe Netherlands, one in Hungary.
It's
so
growing.
It slowly was growing.
Yeah.
From I would say like 97, 98.
Interesting. Okay.
That was a very interesting time where, every country came up and a lot of cable parks thought, oh, wakeboarding, okay.
And okay, at this point, let's say, I guess, when does the European Cable Wakeboard Tour get started?
I'm really bad in numbers of years, but I would say probably 2000 around, I would say.
Okay, and was that kind of a big deal? I mean, in the sense of unifying all these, like, did it unify a lot of contests? Like, what was the idea behind it, I guess, and how did it go?
It was a European, because in Europe, everything is organized with the IWWF.
Yeah.
WWA was not existing here, not at all. So they pretty much made a wakeboard division, and I tried to help them to organize some events. And the European Federation, they organized a European tour, even had a tour ranking, and it worked for many, many years. And I don't know even how long, but at least 6, 8, 10 years or something. The European tour was around.
Yeah.
Always, 4 to 6 stops, I would say.
How was the money? Were the purses pretty good? No, it was not about that. It was
it was. I don't know if maybe a couple €100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so, not much at all.
Nothing now.
Okay.
Prize money back in the day was sometimes just like a free T-shirt.
Even for some of the bigger contests too. I mean, none of it was like
not really big
money.
No.
Yeah, like the United States had.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so still all air tricks for a while.
Air tricks for a while in contests. I think the first rails came into contest, I would say 2001 or something.
Okay.
Maybe first rail, first kicker hit.
Yeah.
I mean, we were building here features like obstacles for a couple of years already, but it was really hard to get it. that's kind of the sad part about this federation, you know. Once you write rules, that's the rules, you know.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to change it, you know.
Yeah.
Said, hey, next year, hey, Funbox is really cool thing, you know. Next year we have this, I don't know, different feature, you know.
But it's already set in stone.
Some people already wanted to even measure the kicker height, that the kicker is always the same, you know. And we said, no, that's not the freedom of the sport.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of conflicts and discussions going on back in the days.
Yeah, they
They
don't line
wanted to
up.
make it another division of water skiing, you know.
Yeah.
Measure the ramp height, you know, the lengths, the transition, you know, that always the right distance from the cable. But then, I don't know, there's no creativity anymore, you know.
Well, and it's all the same then.
Exactly.
That's boring.
Exactly. That's why I watch wakeboard contests these days, because they have a different feature and look what they are doing there.
100%. Yeah.
The fun part about it, yeah.
It's a super fun part about it. Okay, so at this point, do you guys feel like you're doing the same sport as what's going on in the United States? Or does it feel like something completely different?
It's still different, yeah.
Different.
We went, when I finished school in 97, I went every fall and every spring to Florida.
Okay.
Just to hang out. I worked one time 3 months at Deerfield, you know, at the park with Britta. I knew Britta from back here in Germany. I went to Orlando and stuff. And when I met other wakeboarders, like in the end of, like before 2000, they asked me, hey, where are you from? Hey, I'm from Germany. Where do you ride? Yeah, I ride behind the cable park. Oh, no, but that's not wakeboarding. That's cableboarding. That was the answer I got many times, not only from one person. They said, this is cableboarding and this is not wakeboarding because you don't use a wake. And that was for us kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
And maybe when I think, maybe we're not so self-confident, you know, back in the days, because we said, oh, maybe it's not really wakeboarding, you know. Like now I would say, hey, cable wakeboarding is super hyped. I mean, in Europe, it's way bigger than behind the boat.
Yeah.
But back in the days, it was like we didn't get the, let's say, the positive feedback.
Yeah, not the respect either.
Yeah, not the respect. I mean, we were sliding docks and jumping stuff here and building stuff. I mean, maybe not as big like in the US, like you guys doing, but at least we did something, but we never got the respect for it. I mean, this is something, Europe, it's doing it different.
They're like brushing you to the side where it's like, whatever. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be frustrating, though, in a sense.
Kind of.
Did you feel that the board brands, I mean, because wakeboard sales, I feel like in Europe have to be increasing now. The wakeboarding is getting bigger here. It was bigger in the United States. Yeah. Did you feel that they gave, you know, the proper attention to Europe that it deserved in terms of board feedback? Because what you guys are doing is
not
different.
At that time.
Not at that
time. No.
So
because we started, I mean, Liquid Force, the distribution here in I think 98 or something, 99 or something, or 97. Back in the days, it was just sure, there's another market, sell some boards, but I mean, the first real boards with like a grind base, for example. I mean, we were begging for it. You know, we have features. You know, we need more durability, for example. You know, this came years later. It just needs time. But we were really happy that Liquid Force, like Tony and Jimmy, were really listening. And as you can see, like other brands started even later. You know.
Yeah. So do you think?
It's because you have to see the sport. I mean, in the US, if you only see boat, you don't understand it.
Doesn't make sense.
You have to see a cable park, you know.
So did they come over here, Jimmy or Tony, at any point?
And once they were here, even like with double skis, you know. I mean, I told you that we have our first-time beginners. We usually put on double skis, not on a wakeboard, because it's easier on the full size. Yeah. And Tony saw it and said, "Wow, I have to tell the cable parks in the US." Use double skis.
Hey, guess what? They still don't. Beginners. They still don't. They should.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did come over and they saw.
Yeah, and then they recognized, hey, that's something different, and we have to build different boards.
Okay, I'm curious on your feedback though, because I guess let's talk board sponsor. What was did you have a first board sponsor? What did it look like?
Oh yeah, board sponsor. There was a Hyperlight HO distributor. He gave me boards in the very first beginning. We worked with them really good together. And then Fnatic came around. They wanted to build me a pro model. I wrote prototypes, but never came out. So I wrote 2 years for them, but get paid already.
Ooh, what was that looking like? How much were you getting paid back then? You remember? In euros.
In euros, probably like. I remember, was it euros or German marks? Because it was.
Oh, it was back then. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 5,000-6,000 euros a year.
Oh, a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
That's decent.
Yeah, but at the same time, we started Liquid Force distribution here already.
Okay.
Because my brother was in the US and has seen the Shannon Best board.
Yeah.
The cable rider, and said, hey, this could work on the cable. This could work for us. Why are we buying Hyperlight boards when maybe this board is even better?
Yeah.
And we started doing the distribution. And after 2 years of Fanatic, I think in 99 or 2000, I wrote Liquid Force. And
yeah. It's been
our own
ever since.
brand,
Over 2 decades. Okay.
Yeah.
So how was your feedback on the boards though? Like, let's say once you got into Liquid Force, I'm sure that you're riding boards, and now that you're distributing them here, you're probably giving a lot of feedback in the sense of like board shape, the grind base, all that stuff. So how did that progress over the next few years in terms of your guys' feedback? Did it the ball start rolling a little bit quicker in terms of boards and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much started listening, especially in bindings, because like back in the days, we had the Ultra section.
Yeah.
There was like a super famous binding, especially on the cable. It was very durable, and they were listening to us because on the cable, you slip out, in, out, in, out, in, out every time,
Yeah.
not behind the boat where you just
1 or 2 times.
1 or 2 times a day, yeah. So they were very durable, and they were listening, and it was really a big advantage for us as well. The first employee of my dad, Carsten, he's still responsible in our company for the distribution, and he was always giving Jimmy and Tony feedback already. Hey, we need a more durable base, for example, and we need different stuff. And yeah, after a couple of years, the PTEX base came around, so more and more boards got a PTEX base, like boat boards with a PTEX base. And then I think we even did some limited editions, especially for the European market with a PTEX base, with a grind base. And and then I think 2008 or something, around that time, Sean Watson called me on my phone and said, hey, Jimmy told me I should talk to you. We are building this board for the cable, my new pro model. I said, okay, well, you're a boat rider, pro model for the cable. And but in the end, the first hybrid board came out.
Yeah, that's a very big board.
This changed everything. Yeah,
that board.
Yeah,
okay.
It was grind base, flexible, durable, like polyurethane edges, and a little bit flexible. What's really good for features, obviously. And then Slingshot came around with their flex boards, and I mean the Hyperlight and Liquid Force, they built flex boards for many years, but they were not holding up. And from that point on, they were holding up.
So it was almost a decade, though, from the late 90s to basically the late 2000s, 2008, 2009, where would you say in that point, you were looking for the boards to be able to keep up with what you guys were doing?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And that's interesting.
We needed boards because we were just burning through the base.
Yeah. Well, makes sense.
So, yeah, it's
hitting rails and nobody, especially
so
on a cable. I mean, hitting rails in America, you're not doing the repetition that you are here at the cable. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So it took probably a little bit more than a decade. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So before we move on from the riding career, we have a guest question from Nico, but I want to know about your O'Neill contract. Actually, Nico wanted to know about your O'Neill contract. So let's hear Let's hear about it. What was the O'Neill contract like?
Okay. I got, like I said, O'Neill and Swatch came around and wanted to promote wakeboarding.
Yeah.
They gave me free stuff. And then I don't know if it was a year afterwards or 2 years afterwards, they even paid me money. And I was on the payroll it was mainly O'Neill Germany.
Okay.
Because a marketing manager from back in the day, he moved then to Europe. He was a brand manager or marketing for O'Neill Europe. I even got, wait a second. I even got a contract, I think, with Europe for 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
But then the German distributor even keep paying me even, and I got free stuff. I never had to ask for can I get more, because They just sent me so much stuff. They were so happy, and it was really crazy time. Like
But you didn't. Well, how much money are we talking?
that's
You know,
the
that's I think what Nico's trying to get to the bottom of here.
It was 10,000 a year.
10,000 a year.
A year, I think.
Okay.
Was, yeah. If I quite remember right.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and all the gear you want, obviously, too. So
Yeah, and gear, like I said, they sent me boxes of gear, and I'd even send it back because I was honest, but that's why they respected me.
Yeah.
Especially the guy who took care of it.
You're not going to sell it
I'm
on
not
the
wearing
side,
this.
or-
I don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
But if I wanted something else, let's say maybe need some extra help for event or something, they never said no. It was
Interesting.
really big help. Yeah.
So it was pretty. I mean, it was pretty good back in the day
Yeah.
in the States, but it was still pretty good over here in terms of contracts and sponsorships, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we dive into a guest question from Nico right now.
Yo, Hunter. What's up, Benny? I'm excited to listen to your episode. I think there will be a ton of stories, a ton of information, a ton of things to learn and laugh about from your history in especially cable wakeboarding, European cable wakeboarding. And speaking of, you were part of the early days of one of the best in the European cable wakeboard tours. And I remember stories about an event, I think it was Milan, where you, and with you, I mean, actually all of you riders pulled out of the event before finals. What exactly happened there and then? And then also regarding those events, what has changed? I remember, well, maybe as a kid who wasn't allowed to party with you yet, but there were crazy parties, and those were usually like on Friday before the actual event. What has changed? Why do people not party like you guys anymore? Was that better when it was more about the fun being together versus now the seriousness? Do you miss some of the fun that you guys had back then? Should there be, I don't know, less caring today, or do you actually think this is a good direction we're heading to, or what could we bring in to make events maybe more serious while they're also more fun at the same time, if that makes sense? Looking forward to this episode. Have fun. Later.
All right, so we'll start with the Milan event before we get to the partying part.
Okay. Yeah. Milan was actually the same site where the cable is still, and there's a unit surf pool. And we were camping on site. Like back in the days, like I said, there was no money involved, no big prize money, so we were sleeping in tents. This was usually what we did. And the biggest problem was we were sleeping on site. There was a fence around, and they closed the gates at 8 o'clock or something, or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and we couldn't get out. Like they really put us in a little prison. Like we were at the cable at the lake. That was fun.
Yeah.
But there was a party location around the corner, and we couldn't even get to the party location. So we were just hanging out at our tents, couldn't get out. And we said, hey, come on, you can't put us here in like a little prison. Yeah. Then there was something else, I think, with the food. I think there was not really good food. We couldn't eat there. I mean, it was a really strange situation. And the Italian Federation, that have lots of money, I think it was just an organization thing. I'm really sad that what we did back, when I think back, but we were really pissed. And we just pulled out of the event. We said, hey, come on, treat us right. Yeah. I mean, we are doing the event. We are the wakeboarders. I mean, that's what everybody's here for. And we can't get out, get to a supermarket, and can't get on to the party or something. Let's go.
They locked you in.
Pulled out of the event. I talked to my best friends, like Hardy, Patrick Fierbe, like my friends we were riding together, and I don't know if Bernard even came with us, Bernard Hinterberger. Yeah. But I remember Fetzi stayed. You know Fetzi?
Yeah.
He stayed. Yeah. I think he won the event maybe then afterwards.
Well, it doesn't count if there's nobody there.
Yeah, but in the end, we lost. We lost maybe our good image in Italy, but in the end we thought it was a a time to make a statement to
Yeah.
tell the federations, hey, you can't treat us like you want. Hey, give us some good food, give us the freedom,
Treat us like every other athlete at events.
Yeah. I mean, it's something. We told them that after the first night, but nothing changed. So
you gave him a chance.
yeah, definitely, we gave them the chance, and we thought, okay, what will happen afterwards? Will the European Federation maybe they have laws for that? Like sue us or like penalties but nothing came back.
Okay. Do you think
Everybody was quiet afterwards.
Do you think it worked then? Do you think it had a positive effect in the long-term future?
I think on some people that heard about it. But I mean, from the organizers, I don't even know whose fault it was. I mean, maybe it was just the organization. I think it was the first time wakeboard event in Milano was happening. So I don't know.
Do you feel as though they were not respecting the wakeboard side of things, where it was like, this is a sideshow? This isn't what we typically do.
It was their own wakeboard event.
I know, but do you think that they didn't treat you guys how maybe they treated the water skiers or something? Or
I don't know. I think it was just the organization on site.
Yeah.
They thought, okay, we have the little grass area. They can put up their tents there and put their cars there.
Yeah.
And then, but the security locked us in, and
you got to let the people party. And speaking of which,
I mean, we jumped over the fence, but
of course,
right.
You have to. So, okay, the second part of Nico's question. I think this is really fascinating because at LAO this year, there was the 15 years of the peak, and there was I guess there was like I don't know what you call it, a show or showcase of all of his pro models, and it was a thing. And during Nico's part of his, speech, he handed out a bunch of shooters. And he made a comment. I don't know what the comment was, but it was like, for those of you who don't take this so seriously, you guys can have this shooter. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's a little bit of conversation he's trying to drum up here of, you guys probably partied back in the day, the Friday night before the contest. And that definitely doesn't really happen, anymore. So what are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, when wakeboarding came around, it was not so serious like water skiing.
Yeah.
And maybe one step back, I was on the European Water Ski Championships in Slovakia, and it was a day before the contest. And I went out with the most talented water skier from Germany.
Yeah.
He won many European titles already. And he came to me, hey, it's just water skiing. Let's party. And I went out with him. He was 10 years older than I was back in the days. I went out partying, and the next day was the contest, easy. But that was the only exception, Wakeboarding was different. That's why we liked wakeboarding. It was like meeting your friends, meeting your buddies, like at 10 weekends of the season,
Yeah.
Hang out, sleep in a tent or at a cable park. Sure, there was a contest, but it was Friday, like we reunited and hang out and just partied. And it was always the bigger parties than Saturday, because Saturday night everybody was already kind of
You're
tired.
excited because you see everybody Friday.
Course.
You're excited.
You just saw everybody again.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, goodbye, and hey, in 2 weeks again. And then Friday, the biggest party.
Yeah.
Until 4 or 5 in the morning. Contest starts at 8.
Yeah, it's a few hours. You're good.
Yeah. But coming back to Nico's point, I mean, this was different back in the days. The level of riding was not so high, and you even could fall maybe and still make the finals, for example.
Yeah.
Like fall at the end of your pass.
Sure.
Let's say. Or maybe do a safe run. But these days, if you want to get in the finals, you have to throw everything.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard. I mean, sure, I miss the times, definitely. But if you're talking about getting wakeboarding more professional, I think it's necessary that wakeboarders are more concentrating, and maybe the night before go a little bit earlier to bed. I talked to Windsor like a couple of years ago when he was at LAO. It was a writers' meeting before LAO, and he said, okay, I have to go to bed. I said, hey, what's going on? I know you're different. I said, no, I want to have a good result tomorrow, but tomorrow night I'm back. Yeah, and he was partying really hard the night after. I mean,
yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, in the end, it's just more professional, and it's. But I mean, it's like missing the old days. kind
Yeah,
of.
it's interesting too, because I feel like board sports, wakeboarding, like you're just describing, was very different than water skiing and skiing, and that's kind of some of the beauty of it. Is it does have that more raw, not caring so much about the contest. I care about riding with my friends and having a good time, landing new tricks and all that stuff. I think as long as you party hard the night after, I think you could go to bed Friday night, fine, whatever.
Oh, good.
Saturday night though, if you win,
You need to
you
spend
need
some money.
Yeah. I think we all agree on that.
I mean, these days, even if people don't want to party really hard, I mean,
Oh, you don't even have to drink. You don't have to.
No, but just enjoy your time with your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like doing the contest, receiving the medal or the prize money, and ciao, I'm gone.
Yeah, what's the point of that? That's no fun. I mean,
That's water skiing for me.
yeah. We need to. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, there are also cool water skiers, and I mean, I know many of the water skiing scene there also. I have friends there. I mean, having good time with them, but this was a difference for us.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Because some took it just too serious for such a little sport, and we're talking about a little sport.
And we're still little to this day.
Super little.
So
yeah,
that's
So enjoy your time with your friends, and that's
enjoy it while you have it, because it doesn't last forever for sure.
Exactly.
So that was a good question. Thank you, Nico. That was very good. All right, so I think we kind of shift gears, and before we move on from kind of your riding career, we get into Langenfeld and some more industry stuff. You guys made some films, and I'm curious on, a couple big time ticket. I want to know, I guess, what was the motivation behind creating these films? What was the reception of them? And then I kind of have a follow-up on, how they stood the test of time today.
So the first video we made was Wake Up.
Okay.
It was called. I think it was in '99. It was made by a TV production company. They were following the German wakeboard tour. So they had coverage from the German wakeboard tour. And we saw the snowboard skate videos and even some wakeboard videos from the US. And we said, hey, why not do a German wakeboard video? And it was the first video, came out only on VHS. And the footage was from contests.
Yeah.
And some guys with a TV background were editing it. We were helping them a little bit, but it was a little bit crazy different approach, I would say.
Yeah.
And then the really first cool project was Big Time.
Yeah.
And this was a project with Philip, my brother, and myself. Like, Philip was in the school class of my brother, and he was already, it was a side hobby for him, like editing videos, like back in the days. And so my brother and he came up with the idea, hey, let's do a really cool wakeboard video, like on DVD.
Yeah.
And we were really filming a full year for it, like riding behind the boat, getting the best riders in, getting some footage from Australia. We went to Australia this year. My brother was in South Africa, and we tried to push wakeboarding in a video. Like we jumped. Let's say we put the, what's the name in English? We would jump the boat. Have you seen the footage? The intro.
Yeah.
What's the name? Like, we tried to do some stunts.
Yeah.
I would say, ride rails. It was not so like push rail riding.
Yeah.
So my brother and me, we dressed up in fancy clothing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
long pants, and rode.
You had a suit on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we said we need to just get some more attention, that people have a look at, whoa, this is rail riding. This could be something for the future.
Yeah.
And so it was the first time in wake pants, maybe.
Some good wake pants too. Okay, so
it was Big Time, yeah.
These were some big projects though, and I'm sure they were kind of a big deal over here for this scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm curious on if you think kids today are students of the game in the sense of know the history of the sport here, know some of the bigger projects that happened. Because I think in America, maybe a little bit when it comes to the boat riding, like Byerly, some projects that were way back when. How do you think it is here? Like, do you think that people who get into wakeboarding now, kids who are obsessed with it, do you think they understand the history of it?
I don't think so. You have to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to tell them the history. And when I'm listening to your podcast, it's always the debut, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's for me, in your podcast or in the cable scene right now, where the history starts. But not many know what's happening before.
Yeah.
Like, Ticket, what Chris Gruner did, the movie, for example, or like Big Time. It's only some people maybe from back in the days, maybe,
Yeah.
Tom Fushino's, maybe.
The
Jerome brothers, they know
Ollie definitely
Ollie
knows.
knows everything.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
So I guess, I mean, to me, that almost is a bit of a problem, I think. Not a big problem, but it's something that needs to be addressed or talked about, because I think the history is so cool. Well, it's not, you know, you don't necessarily watch it for the level of riding, obviously, because it isn't what it is now.
I think we have to be careful that it's not getting too boring.
Yeah.
Because giving just like, let's say, the Big Time DVD to a kid, here, watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe even doesn't have a DVD player.
True.
That's a problem. No, but I think it's on YouTube even on a bad quality.
Yeah.
I think. But it's just editing is different, you know, and even tricks got repeated, you know, different angle. And I mean, it's cool to tell the history.
Yeah.
I'm super interested. But when I think about like surfing or snowboarding, I love to watch old videos because I remember the time.
Yeah.
But for the young kids, some are interested, but we have to be careful not.
It's hard for them to appreciate, I think.
Yeah.
Because they weren't around then.
And they can't imagine how hard it was just to learn one more trick, you know?
Yeah.
Afterwards, everybody sees this trick, and then like doing the first toe side rally or something, you know? Or I don't know, a friend of mine, Flo, he did the first double S bend on a cable, you know? And then after one person did it,
Opens the door.
it opens the door, you know?
Interesting.
So much easier. It needs to be told, but we have to be careful it's not too annoying and too boring for kids.
Yeah, I feel like there's a cool way to kind of tell the history and the story, because you're right. If you show a kid that's down on the dock right now that's super obsessed into wakeboarding, who's just learned 100 tricks over the past 3 months, him to watch one of these videos beginning to end he's gonna be bored. Yeah, at a certain point. So I think it's fascinating though. You kind of want to know where you came from to know where you can go. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool history. I think we kind of shift gears and we dive into the LF'n wheel questions presented by Liquid Force.
The LF'n wheel of questions.
Okay, let's go.
So Liquid Force likes to make wakeboarding fun. There's a lot of Liquid Force gear around here, a lot of Liquid Force boards. We got your setup here, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So I think we make this podcast a little bit more fun by spinning the LF'n wheel questions. So spin this thing here. So just go ahead and click the wheel in the middle there, and we'll see what we got. We got plenty of options. We got
Just click in the middle.
just click in the middle. It should. So we got hot take on here. We got steal a trick. We got make a movie. Let's see where she lands. It's right in between hot take and what is this? Favorite binding.
Favorite binding.
That's a new one.
Favorite binding right now?
Let's do both. Let's do right now, and then let's do all time. I mean, unless if your one right now is your favorite binding of all time.
Like right now, this is the aspect I'm riding.
Yeah.
Liquid Force aspect. 4D. I know 4D is not so famous like worldwide because the other Liquid Force bindings work so well, but just the force you get on the board, the connection with the board is so much stronger. So that's why I'm riding still 4D, and I love it.
Yeah.
I don't need a walk liner. I'm not winching too much, so we did a lot, but not anymore. No.
Okay, so I mean,
that's what I'm riding.
I guess we might as well talk about your setup right now. Actually, do you have another favorite binding all time?
All time.
Yeah. Or a good memory of some bindings, I guess.
Good memory, yeah. Like I said, the Ultra section was for so many years so famous.
It's
and
big.
it was really big. It was really big. I mean, that's probably a very iconic.
A lot of people would say that.
Yeah,
okay, so let's talk setup, because I always ask setup, but we might as well do it because obviously you're on a Liquid Force setup. So you talked about the bindings, but you're on a peak, yeah?
Yeah, Nico's peak.
Yeah. Have you been on this for a while?
This is a graphic from last season, 2024. So, And it's the longest board I've ever ridden, a 51.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting up there.
Yeah.
There we go.
But I never rode really short. Like when back in the days, everybody was riding a squirt, for example, a 32
Yeah.
or 34. I rode a 37, so I was never
You were
really short.
always-
I was always a little longer, but when the trend came up around 10 years, I would say, with riding longer boards, I was never extreme. I was always in the middle.
Interesting.
Same with stance, as you can see.
Very normal, standard stance.
Not too far out, not too far in. I mean,
a little bit ducked.
Yeah, that maybe. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta ask, how often do you ride these days?
Oh, last time 3 days ago.
Okay.
The last couple of weeks was kind of busy, like working, and I
Yeah.
was a little bit traveling, like doing summer holidays with my family. But I would say, in average of the full season,
Sure.
once a week.
Once a week.
Sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no riding at all.
Pretty
It
average.
depends on Still gets me exciting when it's warm, and
Yeah, when it's
when
warm.
when my back doesn't hurt so much. It's,
Okay. That's fair.
It's when it's cold, my back hurts
Yeah.
way quicker.
It's tough to wakeboard when it's cold. You gotta put the wetsuit on, everything,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
But still, I enjoy riding, and people tell me, you're only surfing in Langenfeld. No, I'm wakeboarding way more than surfing. Yeah,
Will you ever stop wakeboarding?
I hope not.
Okay, I like that answer.
No, I hope not. No.
All right, so we got an LF'n wild card from the crew at Liquid Force, and they're wondering, a two-parter here, all-time favorite shape from Liquid Force board.
Oh,
I guess it doesn't have to be from Liquid Force, all-time favorite shape board.
One directly comes into my mind, and it's the best probably shape I've ridden, and the best, maybe one of my favorite graphics, is the first hybrid board with a Mike Ennon graphic.
Okay.
It's there's a sailing ship on it. It's like blue, black, blue, red.
See if I can throw a photo in.
Yeah, it's it was a first hybrid board, like a flex board with kind of a structure underneath. Even had like tiny molded fins underneath. It was a year before the Watson hybrid came out.
Okay.
And this completely changed my mind in riding. Now we're going to a really good direction with sport shapes.
Yeah.
And I love the graphics so much.
Okay, the second part was all-time favorite graphic. Is that it? Same board?
This is one of it. I would say Peace, Love, Happiness from Nico is, for me, one very outstanding graphic.
That one sticks out.
Yeah. And
very
it's,
memorable.
The drawing, I told Nico one day, I want to have a poster
Yeah.
in my office or something
Yeah.
from it. Yeah. You should do like poster prints or something and sell it.
Yeah, bring that one back. Because that's got to be almost 10 years at this point, or maybe more.
More.
More,
I think
for
it's
sure.
from 13.
13? Okay, yeah.
Approximately, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these stick out in my mind. Then definitely Sean Murray's Hyperlight graphics, like
The original,
remember the bug,
the bug,
the
yeah,
bug, and
yeah.
the green traffic sign. You know this one?
I'll see if I can throw photos of that one. Obviously,
It's
not
like
the bug.
green with a white outline. It looks
Okay.
like a U.S. traffic sign.
Yeah.
Something like, yeah.
Those are two that stuck out.
Really cool graphic as well.
Yeah. All right, those are some good ones.
The Gator graphic, like
The original,
the original
the
Gator,
Gatorade one.
The Gator,
yeah.
We had it here. We lost it. I don't know where it is.
Lost it.
Yeah, I don't know where.
You gotta find that.
Yeah, somebody took it. I don't know.
Bring that back.
Even my Flight 69, like my first twin tip, is I don't know. It's yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah. Hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt. All right, I think it's time we shift gears a little bit and we talk about Langenfeld. So there's a whole lot to talk about with this place. Obviously, it's probably the biggest cable park operation in the world. I would say. I mean, 313 is the only one that I can think of that's close to the magnitude of this place. And I want to back it up to, we were talking about features and kind of, so wakeboarding came into play. We got that covered. I want to talk about a little bit about features, because was there a concern when it came to putting features in from either like an insurance liability side or like a logistics side of, well, how are we, floating these features, making them durable? Like, I guess that whole arc of when the features came into play, there's some concerns.
Yeah, so like I said, it's we've seen the first videos like Byerly's on Gator sliding a rock. Or,
Yeah.
I remember this water slide he was going down, and of course we knew skateboarding skateboarders hitting rails. So we thought, hey, this is something we want to do as well. And we were jumping the big ski ramp with our wakeboards in the beginning, and then this little barefoot ramp was this little higher barefoot ramp. And then we built our first rail. I don't remember the year, if it was 97, I think it was 98. There were 3 different floating little platforms, like 3 feet by 3 feet. And there was a pipe connecting the 3 platforms. So it was like a roller coaster going onto it. It was the first ever rail we built.
Yeah.
And from there on, we just tried to, improve it, do it better, build it better, proper. Then we did 2 pipes like we've seen in the US. Pretty soon we built our first fun box. What was way too steep in the beginning, because when you build it on shore, it
looks totally different. Yeah,
everybody knows the problem. And then, we tried to make it safer. We were not using, also for kickers, not using wood anymore. We tried to use HDPE, and then we tried to hide screws into the bottom of the plastic plates, that they can't come out to the top. We used the technique to just slice it in from the bottom and just put the head of the screw inside, so it could never come out to the top, so make it more safer. And we always try to improve it, build different stuff. And until Unit came around and had the idea of really welding like HDPE features. And that's the point where we pretty much stopped building our own features. Yeah. Or not that many anymore.
Okay, so I guess I'm curious on liability and stuff, because in America, I think insurance is way different than here, because, you guys send water skiers off with no helmets, right?
Yep.
So I guess how are you able to do that? Is it separate if you're water skiing, not hitting any features, and you're just on the water? Is it a separate thing than if you're wakeboarding and hitting features?
So every cable park in Germany has different rules. It's mandatory to wear a helmet, even for beginners. For us, it's not even mandatory to wear a vest.
It's not mandatory.
Can ride without vest and helmet.
How do I do this? How can I can do this?
You could do it, but from our side, you're not allowed to hit features.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take some soul carves.
Yeah, you can do it without vest, but we always say, please wear a vest.
Yeah, sure.
It's the liability, it's different than the US, way different. Here it's, if you get a permission to run a cable park, sometimes in some cable parks it's in the permission. It needs to be, everybody needs to wear a vest.
Yeah.
Our permission, what goes back a couple decades, there's nothing written in it. So it's our own rule that we say, if you once you hit features, wear a helm and a vest. And we say kids have to wear vests as well. Yeah.
Okay.
We have school classes, for example. And sure, if somebody comes up, the operator always should ask, hey, you don't want to wear a vest, If like a old water skier comes up with his trick ski once a year and is riding without a vest, he said, no, I've done it always. Yeah, no problem. It's allowed.
Interesting. That is just a very different mindset than it is in America in terms of...
But it's your own risk, And once we have the rule, we have to provide that really everybody does it.
Yeah.
Imagine the operator doesn't look really close. Somebody's riding with a riding hoodie, and doesn't have a vest underneath, and he gets hurt, then we are responsible. There's a rule, but we don't have the rule, so...
And I guess you're insured. I'm sure this place has insurance.
Sure, definitely.
And that is...
If something happens, but the German liability or insurance thing is different. It's once... how can I explain this? It's, you have to do everything what's in your ability.
In your own control.
Yeah, in your control. But we can't control everything.
Yeah.
If, let's say, a feature breaks during a day, like riding, and there's something in danger and somebody gets hurt, like we can't control it, like every hour control all the features.
Yeah, it's impossible.
That's the own risk of the rider.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. But if it's there, somebody tells us, and we're not taking it out, for example, then it's our problem.
Which is reasonable. That's logical, right? Yeah. I guess it makes sense, too, in terms of trying tricks. Like if somebody goes to try double flip and they're not good, they break their knee, like that's not...
a risk,
Yeah. Okay, that's very fascinating.
So that's idea of insurance.
Yeah.
In Germany.
I think your guys' culture probably is a little bit different here in America. I think we're almost looking for ways to like sue somebody to get ahead somehow.
I think it's more a safety thing.
You think so?
US, everybody, they want somebody is always responsible for the safety.
Tell you how to be safe. Tell you
Yeah,
this is your safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, it's still it's your own risk.
Yeah.
Like we have, let's say, beginner videos running at every cable park. And there are safety tips in it. And even one lawyer said one time, like it went to court and they said, hey, it's your own risk. The video is always running. You have to inform yourself. If you do something new, inform yourself. That's your own responsibility.
Yeah.
Inform yourself. What are the risks? What I have to do.
Yeah.
Because one guy got hurt and he said, I didn't know. I didn't know to turn around because there was another rope coming and hit him in the head.
Sure.
Hey, it's your own responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
something new.
To me, that makes the most sense. It's just interesting. How
It's just different.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
market,
different. I wish it was like that over in America. But all right, so let's get into some maybe numbers and logistics of this place, because for those who haven't been, this is quite the operation. There's 4 full-size cables.
Yes, 4 full size
Here.
and two towers.
Two towers. So I guess how many of the full sizes are open to the public generally, and how does the operations go in the sense of, you know, renting them out versus day tickets, all that? Like, how does the operations work?
So we open middle of March until beginning of December. And from April to October, we opened every day.
Okay.
So Cable 1 is always open for public. Obviously different hours, but it's open every day. And on weekends, we open a different cable. So we have basically only 1 or 2 cables opened for public. The other cables are usually rent out to groups, sport clubs, school classes, birthday parties, companies that want to do events. And this is a business model what takes the risk of bad weather from us, you know, because they're renting it, they're making a reservation already in the wintertime.
In the off season, they're making it for the coming summer.
Yeah, like and we are fully booked for the full season in February. It's completely. You can't. I mean, there are maybe a handful of dates. Sure, during the week around noon, there's still a lot of space. But weekends, especially the weekends before summer holidays and after summer holidays, we have so many requests for. Yeah, everybody wants to party, hang out at the lake. Yeah, ride, barbecue. And so that's when people come here from different cables, they always think, oh, I can ride all 4 cables, but that's not the case. I'm sorry. It's,
you can rent it out if you want in February.
There's only one weekend. We call it a Wake Up Camp. Yeah. It's always in May. It's the only weekend. It's like a little festival. You can camp here. It's the only expectation the full year in the season where you can camp right at the lake. We have 500 people camping here. We have parties at night, and it's 4 days of riding. It's like a little, I don't know, we've seen snowboard openings back in the day, so we thought, hey, let's do like a wakeboard opening, like pretty much beginning of the season. All cables are open. You can ride there, meet people from other cable parks that come here. It's the only weekend where you can ride.
You can just show up to either one of them and it's fine. Yeah. Okay, so very interesting that you guys do so many reservations. So what if it's raining and people have a thing booked? They just come anyways.
They come anyways.
And they just put a wetsuit on and fire it up. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Sometimes they want to have a cancellation and say, hey.
I mean, it's in the booking probably.
It's in the booking. You have to do a little prepayment. Then, hey, come on, the water is anyways warm. We have warm.
You're gonna get wet anyways.
Yeah. Get wet anyways, and afterwards they're always happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to force them a little bit.
Well, and at each cable you have a covering to hang out, eat food, or whatever.
And that's a big thing. When you see other cable parks, not many cable parks have a covering. Yeah. Because and this makes us even busy when the weather is not so bad. We even have heaters when people are waiting in line. If you come to other cable parks, only the operator has a heater, and the wakeboarders shivering in the rain, waiting for the next carrier. And so it's just a better atmosphere. You warm up real quick and then go out on the water again. Yeah,
then come back and warm up again. Okay, so speaking of operations a little bit more, how many people work here? Because to get to where we're recording right now, we walk through some offices and stuff. It's not your typical cable where you have a manager and some employees.
So we have right now 210 people on the payroll in summertime. It's a lot of just a part-time, like students.
Operators and
But
coaches.
full-time, I would say in the winter it's 50, even in the winter time.
50.
In the winter, yeah. And summer, depends, 70.
Okay, what are all these people doing?
So a big part is a restaurant.
Okay,
The restaurant.
that's included in all this. Okay.
Yeah, it's included. Yeah. So if you see like Wasserski Langenfeld, it's the company. It's the cable parks. It's a surf wave. It's a retail shop. It's a restaurant with bar and events, catering stuff, and the distribution. So these are I would say, different parts of our company.
Okay.
And that's why we have so many people. And it grew a lot. My dad had always a philosophy that not only one family can live from this business, that also my brother and me with our families can live from it. And always reinvested.
Okay. So I got some more questions on this, but I guess before we do that, what is something that people might not know about Langenfeld, if you're just to look at it, that is unique, I guess, in terms of operations or business-wise? Is there anything that comes to mind that is unique with your operation versus others?
I think there are a couple other cable parks as well, but I think we focus 100% on beginners, getting new people in the sport.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we still do LAO. We try to have cool features. We try to do something for the scene. I know some riders are sometimes not happy.
Okay.
It's too busy, for example.
Sure.
I had the same experience with when I was young. I couldn't ride that much because when it's sunny, a lot of people here. But I think we focus really on beginners. Like we do, I don't know, we have a couple hundred school classes every year. Every Saturday and Sunday now in the summer we have, let me think, way over 100 beginners just on the 2 towers. 10 people every hour.
Yeah.
Kids, bambini courses, 6 to 10 years old, 2 or 3, then some more for the adults.
Yeah. Okay, that's the main
And this
goal.
is something when we get into talking about the whole sport, what's really important, just getting more people in the sport.
Growing the base.
Yeah, growing the base, and then everything else will follow.
Yeah. I think a lot of people agree on that. It's when the parks start to actually do it and it's your park and you're like, well, I don't want my park to be the one to grow the base because then I can't ride as much.
Exactly.
Then it's not as cool.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
And that's the biggest, that's the biggest problem for us, getting both worlds together, you know?
Yeah.
Getting pros have a good time, but also get beginners that are not like, beginners are shy. Ooh, they're so good. They look so professional. I can't do it,
Intimidating.
Intimidating. And you have to find the right mix. And it's hard.
Okay, so
I love traveling around. I see parks like this and like that. And every park is different. We try to combine both worlds, but it's
an
easy.
Impossible task.
Actually, it's impossible, but
you could do everything you can. Mm-hmm. So what do you say to some riders who think Langenfeld is too corporate?
To be honest, I can agree on some parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But on the other hand, I don't know. We still love wakeboarding. It's just, I personally love getting beginners on the water. To see the stokes, the smile on the face. And if you don't enjoy this, come on, and then ride for yourself.
Yeah,
it's good.
I think it's almost an important yin and the yang of the corporate parks play a very important role, like you said, building the base. When you have enough corporate parks, then you can start to have these non-corporate parks that can be sustained by themselves. Yeah. Well, maybe not focusing on building the base as much because the base was built of riders.
Yeah.
And I guess follow-up question to that wasn't really a question, but follow-up to that is you talk about getting people started on water skis. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious on the transition of people that do the water skis and then continue onto the wakeboard, because you mentioned you start with the water skiing because it's the easiest thing to do. The falls are obviously not as bad because you don't catch a front edge. Most of the time you probably get off the dock because it's a lot easier. Yeah. So I guess talk about why you do the water skis, and if you do see a transition of, you know, water skiing to wakeboarding and what the fall off is there.
So our experience is just water skiing on the full size cable is way easier.
Yeah.
You're facing forward, you squat down. I don't want to get too much into detail here, but we get every person we get on the water within at least 2 or 3 tries.
Yeah.
And it's really hard we usually run 30 kilometers an hour, the normal speed for the cable. It's really hard for a beginner to do their first wakeboard start right away with 30 kilometers. So you have to drop the speed a lot. That's the one thing. But once you know the feeling of sliding or gliding on the water, it's way easier even going sideways. On the 2 tower, like our system 2.0, it's different. I mean, if people want to start wakeboarding right away, we say, hey, go to the system, try it there. We can accelerate really slow. Like behind the boat. Behind the boat, I think wakeboarding is way easier than water skiing.
Yeah.
That's my personal.
I would agree.
Yeah. So, so we stick to this. Everybody wants to wakeboard.
Yeah.
But people are listening and they see the result. I mean, if you do a beginner session here, like everybody goes like first try. It's easy. Just a couple practice pulls, you know, on the carpet, and then
they're ready to go.
It's easy.
And you can kind of begin to understand the corners.
Exactly.
A lot
the
easier.
Acceleration, you know, the corners, how to turn, and then usually if they can manage a couple laps, they do wakeboarding also with 1 or 2 tries.
Okay, I was going to ask what the progression is, so you get the water skiers up, and obviously there's a really low limit on water skiing what you can do with the 2 skis. You go around basically the cable, and it's fun. But then
anyways, you want to do wakeboard, you know?
Yeah. So I guess do a lot of them get the water skiing, get the hang of it, you know, a few tries, and then do they immediately bring the skis and go grab a wakeboard?
Yeah.
And that's how that works typically?
It's within 1 hour. When we do our beginner session, like our first step is always go to the 2 tower for 1 hour, practice the start a little bit, and then do the beginner session, beginner course at the full size. It's cable 1. And basically they learn, most of them learn even wakeboarding within 1 hour, water skiing and wakeboarding right away. Within 1 hour, I mean, how can you learn a sport like this?
It's pretty dialed, I think.
Yeah.
So.
And sure, it's corporate, it's really structured, and we really take care that all our employees are really focusing on the right wording. You know, we look very much into details. Like Momo, for example, helped us. She worked here and helped us to even do it better. And some core wakeboarders don't like it, but it's paying their bills as well. You know, more people in the sport, and Yeah, and
I mean, you're not going to please everybody. So it's tough to try.
Yeah.
So I guess in terms of the business, are there any plans for big expansion? I mean, I've noticed one thing that you guys don't have, and that's an aqua park, and I'm very curious on that.
That's not a sport.
I agree, but it makes you money. So you don't need it? Or you don't want it?
I mean, if you want more money, sure, but it's more work, and we want to consider that's still our focus is the sport, wakeboarding. Yeah. Sure, surfing now, but it's similar.
Yeah.
But we always said, aqua park, we could make money with it, definitely. It's not so easy for us because we don't have so much space on water left.
Sure.
But it's even more employees, and I know you have to do a lot of advertisement over and over again because people only come once or twice.
Yeah. And
it's even, I mean, we don't need it to get kids into the sport because we have 6-7-year-old kids going on the system 2.0. Yeah. And we just love wakeboarding, water skiing. That's what we do. And
that's what you focus on. That's the focus.
That's what we focus. And maybe that's why we also kind of, maybe I would not say the best, but we are pretty good at getting people on the water. And
Okay.
Growing the sport.
It's just interesting because in America there's a lot of talk, I guess, and we don't have that many parks, near as many compared to Europe or Germany, but there's a lot of talk of like aqua parks to sustain, revenue or to help supplement revenue and to hopefully get people into the water or into wakeboarding because it gets them on the water, and it's not something that you guys need here.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
we don't need it. We use really our 2 towers. especially the one that's really close to the shore. It runs parallel to the shore. It's just maybe, 20 feet from the shoreline.
Wow.
So grandparents standing on the shore.
You can see the kid's face. You can.
That's the media team, we all say,
Yeah.
And they see their smile in the face of their kids.
Yeah.
Even if they fall, they're really close to the shore. They're not afraid.
That's a really huge
easy
point.
to get kids into the sport.
So how important are these little things that you're talking about? I mean, the 20 feet to the shore. I'm thinking of 2.0s in America where, you're close on the dock where you start, but then you send the kid out and they're basically in the middle of a lake, which to a little kid is pretty intimidating.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah.
So how important are some of these little things where you're 20 feet over or 20 feet away? Are you thinking about all these things in every aspect of the cable and learning?
That's probably what our focus is on,
Yeah.
really even optimizing the carpet, for double skis going in the water, and even the dock start.
Yeah.
We are measuring the heights. We're looking for, I made videos, like slow motion videos, showing them to operators, how much difference it makes if the carpet goes that much in the water, like let's say 1 or 2 inch,
Yeah.
or if it's just even with the water. And some many cable parks, you see the carpet over the water,
Yeah.
So the skis are
there's a
just,
drop.
Yeah, it drops and they're falling.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. You're really optimizing every aspect, and that's, I think, makes a success in the end.
Well, and that's one of the cool things about cables I was thinking about yesterday when I was at the Bricks. It's you spin so many laps with so many beginners. You know the paths they're going to take around the cable. You know the common issues they're going to have. And so you can begin to solve for them after time and time and time and time again, as long as you're focusing on trying to improve and become better.
Yep.
So I was just curious on that. I was asking earlier, are there any plans for, big expansion or changes to specifically Langenfeld?
We thought about getting more accommodations, but it's really hard with the government to get accommodations, like for sleeping really on site. So that's gonna happen not so quick. I'm sorry. Sure, you can sleep in tents at the parking lot, but not too good. We have plans for a 5th full-size cable.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
You can see it on Google Maps. There's still a lake, but also same problem, getting a permission right now. We are working on that for many years now already.
What's the plan for this 5th cable? Because I heard this was a secret cable now. Is this going to be?
It is. We always called it Cable X.
Yeah.
We were even filming for the debut there.
Yeah.
The synchronized railhead, Nico and Raf.
The back lip.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
That was filmed there. So we put a 2-tower there and we winched there. We foiled behind a little outboard engine.
Yeah.
But it's not allowed to get public into this lake.
Okay.
It's complicated.
Always
The owner before was digging too much sand out. The shoreline is too steep.
Oh.
So the government says it's dangerous. So we have to get special stones and bricks to put it on the shoreline. It's a complicated thing.
It's a whole complicated. Yeah. Okay, but that is a plan.
This is something what we want to do, definitely.
Would that cable be different? Would there be anything different about this cable?
I don't think so. We thought about getting levels in,
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah,
I like what you're saying right now.
But in the end, nothing's fixed yet. But I don't think it will be. It will be pretty normal, I would say.
Okay.
But the cool thing, it's really separated from all the other cables. Maybe something cooler atmosphere.
Yeah.
Hanging out there. If you want to really rent the cable or do an event there, nobody else come. You can really close the gates pretty easy, and we will see what's happening. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm just thinking now. What do you think about the 2-start dock idea? Have you thought about that?
You mean on the opposite corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We thought about many times.
Why haven't you?
It's just double times of employees, and how many are really falling over there?
True.
Anymore. With like I said in the beginning, it was cable 1 was 4 corners.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 5. Actually, almost nobody's falling anymore in the first 3 corners. And so it's not really necessary anymore.
You kind of design it a little bit different. Put some gnarly features over there, some gnarly features over here.
Could, yeah.
I don't know. I've just thought that if there's a place that would do it, it would be here.
Yeah. So many people thought about so many ideas, even turning the other ways.
I've thought about this idea too. Oh, yeah, trust me.
I know. These ideas are around for
up 20, and down, 30, left 40, and right. Yeah. Everybody's thought about it.
Yeah. Different levels, writing it down.
It would be cool.
Would be amazing, but Somebody has to pay the bills.
Yeah, somebody who's a billionaire should do it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm curious on the revenue of this place. So where does the bulk of the revenue come from at this location? Is it, pretty even between surfing, renting the cables out, day passes, season passes? Like, what's the simple breakdown of it?
It's really hard to tell, but the main focus is really still wakeboarding.
Yeah.
Surfing is a small part. Sure, the restaurant, like we leased it out to different people. Like back in the days, we were running it now for 10 years by ourselves.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and it's running better every year, but running a restaurant is different if you don't have the background.
Yeah.
It's you learn a lot, do a lot of mistakes. But no, but still, waterskiing, wakeboarding is the main focus.
Okay.
And sure, a big part is renting out the other cables. Like we have like little different sports groups. They some even rent it 40, 50 times a year, like sometimes twice a week even.
Wow,
it's crazy. They rent twice a week, have their own little scene. It's
interesting.
It's
mostly water skiing, wakeboarding is where the bulk of the wakeboarding.
It's wakeboarding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm curious on, I think this area of the world specifically, I think has a lot of cables in a short radius. I'm curious
11 cables in 1 hour drive.
That's crazy. So, do you feel a competitive vibe with the other cables, or how's the relationships between all the cables here?
So our philosophy, and that's what what my brother and me learned from our dad, is we want to help grow the sport. And that's what we did with all the cables around here. Even my uncle, he's running with his sons, my cousins, he's running the bricks. And one customer and good friend opened, it's called Töppersee. It's another cable in Duisburg. It's just 3 kilometers away.
Really?
Yeah. And it works. I mean, sure, customers are always going there and coming back. That's what we feel here, see here as well. But in the end, if you focus of doing a good job at your own park, you're busy.
Yeah.
And here, especially here in 1 hour drive, like I said, 11 different spots with even more cables. And but you think almost 10 million people are living here in 1 hour drive. So
that's plenty of people to go wakeboarding.
Plenty of people, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've always thought about it. I mean, I feel like it could be seen if you're an owner as a, competitive vibe. I want the customers not to go to you. I want them to go to me. But if you have a different mindset of, well, let's just create more customers.
And the atmosphere is different,
Yeah.
Like every park has a different atmosphere. Some are more focusing on families, some more on maybe beginners, some just on core riders, it's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some have an aqua park, some, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I was at the Bricks yesterday, and that's a totally different, place than here.
Yeah.
Right? It's the riding's different, the environment's different.
Plus they running it different. They have slots.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We had the sessions.
Yeah, you have one session, one slot where you ride, and everything is different.
And here you just show up and you can ride?
We have a season pass. You can ride
whenever you want.
Right now, we open at 11 until darkness.
Yeah.
8:45.
Okay.
Yeah, you can ride as much
different
as you
features.
want. Different features.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting to me because there's so many. I didn't know there was 11 within an hour radius. I think that's really cool. You could do that all in one day if you wanted to.
That's tough.
It's a challenge. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I think we take a little break and we do the Slingshot Silhouette Challenge presented by Slingshot. So I've got a photo of a rider here, and I will I'll obviously insert it in the screen here. This is presented by Slingshot. So you've got to guess who the rider is that's blacked out, or you can zoom in if you want on that. Silhouette it out. Yeah, you can zoom in. Turn the brightness up if you want.
Oh, is this hand?
Yeah. I can give you a hint, but I'm going to give you a second to look at it here. He is on a Slingshot board.
Yeah, I see.
So
I see the binding.
Yep.
Oh, that's hard.
You mentioned his name earlier today.
It's John Dryling.
It's not John Dryling. No. Oh, John Dryling doesn't have that kind of steez. Come on.
No.
He's working with you on a new project that you're filming, and it's not Andy Kolb.
No. Really?
Yeah. It is Stefan. Yeah.
No, he's a really good guy. I know him from when he was 15 years old.
Little baby
He's
Stefan.
He's in big time, by the way. Oh, he's in big time, by
Yeah?
the way. Yeah.
Little guy in big time.
Oh, yeah, but now I see it, yeah. It's Stefan.
That was a good one. People have been saying they're too easy. So I'm glad.
No, this is...
That one's tough.
Yeah, but now I see Stefan, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is. That's somewhere in South America maybe or something. I have no idea.
No.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I
I'll
don't
put it
know.
in on the screen here, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
all
was
right.
tough.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Thank you,
so,
Slingshot, for the
yeah.
tough one.
Yeah, thank you to Slingshot for that. I think we talk about Langenfeld Open. So we talked briefly about it on the pre-Langenfeld podcast that you kind of did a remote interview on, and I think we don't dive too deep into it because we touched on it quite a bit, but I'm curious on, for those who didn't listen to that, I guess, what is Langenfeld Open and why was it created?
Yeah, we talked about the history of wakeboarding in Germany. We always did events. We did nationals. I think we did Europeans even once. And then we did the LA Wake Challenge in 2003, 2004, 2005. That was the first contest where we had a head-to-head format in wakeboarding. Yeah, and then Wakes the Line came around, and we thought, hey, this event is so great. Let's help to make Wakes the Line happen. But we don't have to do a wakeboard event anymore because we can't beat that.
Yeah.
And if we do something, we have to do something special. And then a couple of years, Wakes the Line didn't happen. I think my brother came around with the idea and said, hey, what if we do event that's only with a setup that's only can be ridden for this special day? And we created the wave breakers with Unit Parktic together because putting more features in, you get more backwash, the water gets choppy, so we want to have better riding quality. So we put the wave breakers in, and then we had the idea of just creating these special hacks for just one day.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And
It's a great contest. I'm curious on why you think a lot of the big names come out and ride in it, because it's not that warm.
No.
Well, it's wetsuit weather. And I mean, I wouldn't say it's the biggest purse in, cable wakeboarding. So why do you think so many big names come out and ride in it?
First of all, I think it's fun to ride the setup.
Yeah.
Because we get a lot of requests, hey, can I ride it as well? We say, hey, enter the comp.
Exactly.
Then it's pretty much beginning of the big cable contest season, I would say. And everybody needs to show up and see where he's standing, try to make a statement in the contest scene. I mean, sure, there are bigger purses, but at least the top can cover the travel money. And but basically I think it's unique and everybody wants to ride it. And it's and if you win it, it's special. I mean,
very special.
It's a lot of also strategy and tactics, what tricks to do. You can't really make up a run before. You have to try one day before, and practice and what's really working out. Which lines work, So
it's all
makes
those
it
things
so special. You have to adapt really quick, So that's what makes it unique.
You put a lot of effort into the setup, you put a lot of effort into the format, all that stuff, but you also put a lot of effort into the live stream. And I'm curious on why you guys do that, because that doesn't have a direct, I guess, benefit to you, I guess. It's more for the sport, I think. So why do you put so much effort into the live stream?
Sure, it's good for the sport to show it to the whole worldwide community. And it's kind of brings Langenfeld on the map. Yeah. To be honest, sure. We do something for our part, but we often think, does it make sense for us to really, because we don't make money with this event, we really put money in by ourselves. Sure, we have some sponsors, so we are super lucky that they are so uncomplicated, like Lichtforce, Follow, and even Nissan. They're just, hey, here's the money.
They trust you guys are going to do a good job.
Trust you fully. You do it the right way. Yeah. That's why the event is so good. Because other sponsors would be like, oh, we want the banner there. We want another flag there. And it's just so much effort. So in the end, we try to do it right, and we do it for the sport, because we think we have to give back something to the sport.
Yeah.
That's basically, I think, our motivation.
Yeah, 100%.
And if the riders are happy, that's what makes us happy, you know.
And are you guys listening to rider feedback every year after the contest?
Of course, everybody wants more practice, but if everybody wants more practice, then it's still the same. I mean,
yeah, everybody gets the same amount of practice. Yeah, so
yeah, I mean, yeah, we're listening, especially on the setup. What was maybe a little like the year before, 2004, was kind of really hectic setup.
Yeah,
some got hurt. Still sorry for Claudia, for example, and some other riders, but
happens. Yeah, and well, you guys
it's top of the level.
You're riding the line of what you know.
Exactly, it's your choice.
Yeah, I think it's a great setup, and I think that's what makes it so enjoyable to watch too, because you know, just the normal unit stuff, you can hack stuff together, but even at a certain point, it's still just stuff that's hacked together.
Yeah.
So, any big plans for next year? 50th is Langenfeld Open coming back? What's going on? Up in the air?
We didn't talk yet. Didn't make a decision. We want to do it, definitely for sure. If we do something special for the 50th anniversary, maybe.
Yeah.
I personally have some ideas, but first I have to talk to my brother.
There's a lot of people you got to talk to, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, LAO, I think, would be great. Every year we do Wake Up Camp.
Yeah.
We are working on a documentary about 50 years of Wasserski Langenfeld, mainly about the lake, about what happened in the last 50 years, the development of...
a lot happened.
A lot of things happened, yeah. Just building up a cable, then getting into water skiing, wakeboarding. And it's not so personally about us. It's more like about also a lot of other people that have been here in the scene or around here for the last 50 years. Yeah. And we're really happy with Andy Korb and Steffen Vollert to find two persons that are working on this project, and they're really motivated to bring out something cool. We'll see. We don't have the control over it. We just gave him the idea, and now they're working on it.
Well, you can trust those two guys
yeah.
to put together something.
Yeah, that's why that was our wish and the aim.
Yeah, absolutely. So Langenfeld Open 2026 is still could happen. You don't know yet. It's up in the air.
Not 100%, but yeah, it's
obviously
we want to do it definitely. Yeah,
for sure. Okay, I think we dive into another guest question from Nicklas Dorfer. Ooh, it's right.
Yo, Benny, this is Nick. I hope you're having a nice time on the pod, and I really can't wait to hear some of the stories I haven't had the chance to hear yet. But my question is that even with a facility as busy as Langenfeld, you still manage to support most of your thriving locals, have eyes on the upcoming riders in Germany or even beyond that regarding liquid force support, and kind of stay on top of everything that happens around your business as well as the sport. So even though you keep track as much as possible, you can't really see or react to everything. And my question is, what does it take to catch your attention within the sport? Let's see what you got to say. Have a nice time. Cheers to everybody. Bye-bye.
I'm going to let you run with that one.
Ooh. Yeah, Nicklas is a very busy wakeboarder. I would love to see more wakeboarders like Nicklas, investing time in the sport.
Yeah.
What he's organizing, doing around, he's really doing a great job. And like his question,
you're smiling a lot.
It's interesting. I mean, he knows us pretty well. What catches my attention? I don't know. It's stoke from people riding.
From other people watching
from other
you?
people. No. When I see people ride, young wakeboarders that are really stoke in their eyes.
Yeah.
That catches my attention. See kids and sure progression of the sport. I don't know what will be the next steps. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if Nicklas is somebody who wants to go in a special direction with this question.
I think you might. I don't know. So I'm curious on the Liquid Force Langenfeld relationship. Obviously, runs back very far, as we covered, but it still is very strong today. And I'm curious on if you, I guess, point blank, do you have to be a Liquid Force rider at Langenfeld to see success here or in this part of Germany? Or does it help a lot? I mean, I guess.
I mean, if you don't have to, we have had several really good riders here. They're not on Liquid Force, and but sure, it's a win-win situation for us. If we have a local and he's on Liquid Force.
Yeah,
and like Nicklas said, we are still pretty much try to stay connected with the scene to see what's going on, see new riders. Our philosophy is not always to sponsor the really young kids. That's in play first, and then have the first success.
So seriously,
and then,
so young.
Like Nico, for example, like we gave, like Carsten gave Christian, his dad, Nico's first board, but we didn't tell him that we sponsor him, because he shouldn't get his nose too high.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, that's and I don't think that's good, to push the young kids too early.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Nico was always so down to earth and
humble.
And that's what I think is really important. Like we have one new kid on the team, Jan-Luca Schulz. You might have heard of him. He's still only 15, but he developed, let's say, his personality a lot in the last year.
Yeah.
It's not about only on the water. I mean, we just love nice people that represent the sport well.
Yeah.
Sure, let them party, but still be nice to other people, And to
okay, so I guess, I mean, I can think of a guy like Nils Ritzman, who's kind of came up through Langenfeld. So I guess, like, what's the role of Langenfeld and Liquid Force Germany or Liquid Force as a whole when it comes to, like, riders getting on the team? Because it's totally different here. You guys have, like, Liquid Force team boards, right? I see a team sticker on a lot of people's boards. What is it like? What is that?
It's just an idea we had. I mean,
what does that mean? What's everything behind it?
Nothing special. I think we've seen in snowboarding, the Burton Pro team. That's this Burton team sticker with a mountain.
Yeah.
I said, hey, why don't we do a team sticker? This is something special.
Yeah.
I mean, we support so many riders that are not even into the real team, but still get stuff for free, or we have special deals or something. I mean.
How do you get to that point, I guess, if you're a rider here or in this area, in Germany, and you want to be, on a Liquid Force team or whatever?
I think the biggest problem is the wrong word. Many riders think they need to be sponsored or needs to be a team rider just because they're riding good.
Yeah.
But that's just basic. I mean, what really makes a team rider is the personality, the uniqueness.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess you can kind of take a look at the people who are not even on the Liquid Force team, but any team.
Exactly.
What do they have about them that isn't their riding style or their riding level?
They have a personality. They're unique.
Sometimes
they're little freaks.
People love to be around them.
Exactly.
What are the other things that they have, I guess?
Exactly. And some team riders just come and ride, and some hang out,
Yeah.
Like Felix, for example, he told us one time, hey, when I come to Langenfeld, I ride, but I think it's more important to talk to the kids.
Yeah.
Sure, he wants to ride, but he knows it's really important to talk to the kids, hang out with them.
Yeah. And Felix
he
enjoys
it.
He's genuine about it.
Yeah,
He's not faking it.
Yeah,
you could tell.
Yeah. And Nico as well. That's why there's,
yeah,
these two,
And they still rip. So
exactly.
You got it both. Yeah. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. USA versus Germany. USA is like basically undefeated in Langenfeld Open. Like we win every time we come here, pretty much. I don't know what's up with that, Max Milde. You gotta do something, but yeah, Benny's quiet over here. But on actually USA versus Germany, what does USA not understand about cable wake parks from your perspective?
You mean business-wise?
Business-wise, or anything-wise, but mainly business-wise. Because we have not figured it out yet. I mean, we've got some really good parks, but there hasn't been that explosion that I think. I might be putting words in your mouth, but 20 years ago.
There's some good ideas, and I was listening to the podcast with John and with Gunter.
Yeah.
I mean, they talked about atmosphere at the park. Was definitely a good idea. But still, I come back to the point, get more beginners in the sport. And I think when cable parks came around, or starting to grow this whole cable park scene in the US, everybody was focusing on the boat riders, getting them to the cable. Even with the pros,
Yeah.
getting all the pros to the cable, compete at the cable. And it was the same with the beginners, get people from the boat to hit some rails. But I think the US market is so much bigger. They're just focusing on maybe a couple percent, maybe 10%. But hey, what about the baseball players, football, soccer? I don't know. There's so many people that could wakeboard.
Yeah.
There's such a huge opportunity, like in the US, I think, to get other people in the sport, just to show them the sport, And people think, when I go to OWC, the cable is running 32 kilometers, so it's even a little faster than here.
Yeah.
To start there, the first dock start, it's intimidating.
Yeah.
And I think focus on beginners.
Maybe some more water skis.
Yeah, or just a 2-tower.
Or 2 towers.
If you don't want to ski, then hey, 2-tower, couple laps,
Yeah.
2-tower. And then first time on the full size, slow speed, 25 kilometers, for example. We have slow sessions here, 27 kilometers and then 30 kilometers
Yeah.
per hour.
So I got a lot of questions on this, but first, do you think maybe 20 years ago when cable wakeboarding was starting to, I guess maybe 15 years ago, 2008, 2009, when the boards were getting better, you're getting some features, units coming out, did you guys over here think there would be a bigger explosion of full-size cables in America than what happened?
Yeah,
You did?
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I don't know why, but that's what I told you, focusing on more beginners and open it to a different sports group or even people that don't do any sport. We have beginners here that never did any sport.
Yeah.
And suddenly they make a lap and they're
Happy.
stoked.
Yeah.
They buy their next season pass, Yeah, we expected a lot more. Maybe it's also in Germany, they're all private owned. I don't know how it is in the US, that sometimes the owners are not really focusing or like at the docks themselves, or they have just investors and telling somebody, hey, you run it now for me.
The operator,
just
but
employee,
Yeah.
They're not really, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the real problem is. I don't know.
I think it's not one. It's
Definitely,
several, which
definitely
is for sure the case.
But like we said in the beginning, grow the base and everything will follow.
For sure.
I think this is, more 2 towers, system 2.0, close to the shore.
Close to the shore.
Hey, we do beginner, like kids parties, Kids with 8 or 10 years, 10 kids, they do their birthday party.
At the 2.0?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you even move them to the full size or just at the 2.0?
No, they're having fun there.
Yeah.
They do a couple of water ski starts, and maybe wakeboard. Then at the end, it's they maybe go with a tube. But at the very end, not too early.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they only want a tube.
Exactly.
And we want that they stand on something,
So something you can control. It's an actual
and
sport.
they can follow up, They can, if they come back, they wakeboard again.
That's interesting. I think maybe in America, some people are, so obsessed with like the next progression of it. So it's like they want to get you on the 2.0 and then you get up and then they immediately want to move you to a full size. Whereas you're just saying a kid's party, leave them at the 2.0. Like they're all having fun. Yeah. They're all happy. They have the little birthday cake.
Some books, the 2-tower lessons many times.
Yeah.
Some kids just go there 2, 3, 4. I think one kid was there 6 times a year. Just had fun.
Yeah.
It's cool. Why not?
Yeah. Maybe one day you'll go to the full size.
Yeah,
Maybe you won't. But
exactly. Yeah.
You're here.
Yeah.
Okay. You were talking about how busy this place can get. And it can get busy, which is, the opposite problem I think a lot of cables in America have, or maybe in general. How do you balance the customer satisfaction with your busyness? Because, I don't know what it's like down there right now, but you could walk down there and the dock is, 4 or 5 turnstiles or whatever you call it full. So, do customers who show up and they've never water skied before get frustrated? They got to wait in line so long. And
sure, they get frustrated, but I can tell you never stand in line longer than 25 minutes.
Okay.
Because we count it sometimes. No, that's pretty. And we tell when they buy a ticket upstairs in the ticketing, the girls tell them right away, hey, it's busy. You're sure you want to go today?
Okay.
It's a very busy day.
Yeah.
So we tell them in advance. But you're standing in line for 20 minutes, what's really long, But I know other cable parks, you're standing in line longer.
Yeah.
And we really focus that the operators is using every carrier, for example.
Yeah.
And we have a second person explaining, like earlier on the carpet. So we're really using the full potential of the cable. 3 laps maximum when it's really busy.
Yeah. How important is the lap limit? Because I think it's extremely important.
It is. It is.
I think it's one of the most almost overlooked aspects of cables.
It is. It is. And plus, but even letting go one carrier, you know, it's 100 seconds.
Yeah.
It's 1 minute 40. The last person in line has to wait 1 minute and 40 longer.
Yeah.
If it's 2 carrier, it's more than 3 minutes waiting longer. Can you imagine for the 20 minutes standing in line? If a couple of carriers pass, the line
Makes
gets
a huge
away.
difference.
It's a huge difference. So optimizing these little things on a cable park, I think are very, underrated.
Underrated. They're unavoidable. You can't afford to. Do that. I was curious on that because I'm like a love or hater of the lap limit because I love the idea of it as a business, minded person or whatever. But as a rider, like you kind of hate it, but you also kind of love it. I'm the kind of person I'd rather have the line move fast and get less laps out there than have a ton of laps out there and then wait in line for an hour.
But for example, people tell us, hey, it's always busy in Langenfeld, but it's busy when it's sunny.
Yeah.
It's so many days. I mean, for 2 or 3 months this season, you could ride without a lap limit every night.
Yeah.
It's easy. Just come later at night. No problem.
Yeah.
Sure, when you come Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, but then...
Yeah, but that's everything that's nice outside. A golf course is going to be busy on a Saturday at 9 a.m. tee time. Because that's when everybody wants to go do it.
And it looks busier because people come in, they go to another cable as well, so there are many people around the lake as well.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to do other than wakeboarding here, which I think is probably part of the business model in terms of the beach and the playground and volleyball courts.
The moms hang out.
Drink Aperol spritz, beer. Yeah, that's a very important part of it.
Yep.
I think
that's atmosphere, like John and Gunter were telling.
It's hugely important. I think one of the more important than a lot of other things when it comes to the aspect of cables. Let's talk about currently. So, what's the day in the life of Benni look like? What are you doing on a daily basis in the summer? What's it look like?
Oh, getting up, trying to get my girls to school, out of the house at 7:30. They're pretty much out of the house, going to school on the average day. Yeah. Then I'm usually ride to the cable with my bike.
Oh, you bike here?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just living it's not even 1 kilometer.
Wow.
Half a mile.
In your backyard?
Yeah, kind of. So, and then, just try to help out, see what's happening, if everything is running smoothly. There are always different parts of the season. I mean, right now we're always already focusing kind of on 2026. 2026, sorry. 2026. Already talking about some ideas, seeing what's happening in the winter time. We're doing 1 or 2 parties in the restaurant maybe. Some projects going on. We have pre-order season with Lerchenfeld right now. So I'm on the road by myself, visiting a couple of cable parks.
Okay.
Presenting them the new stuff.
Yeah.
It's also something what I do.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit everything, yeah. Sometimes I say it's more like my brother and me. We are it's like a fireman, We just, if there's a fire, we have to get the water and
put it out. On to the next fire. Yeah. So I guess your guys' off season isn't that long. You said you operate basically until December. I'd imagine, later in the season, it's not as busy at all. It's a lot of your season pass riders or people that are, into the sport. But in the off season, what do you guys do? Is it just planning for the next season pretty much? Or
pretty much.
Some time off, probably a little bit.
Yeah, it's still a lot of things you can't take care of during the season.
Yeah.
So, some things you couldn't imagine, just getting a new, for example, camera software for some webcams, and a new software for something else, and talking about new business ideas, for ticketing, courses, whatever.
Yeah. A lot of moving parts you guys have.
A lot of ideas. It's
well, of course, there's infinite ideas.
Yeah, infinite, definitely.
I got a random one here. Who do you think is the greatest of all time? Wakeboarding.
Wakeboarding.
Yeah, greatest of all time. Yeah.
Sean Murray
Sean Murray.
or Parks Boniface? That's a tough question.
Okay. You got to pick one. Guy and girl, by the way. You got to go male and female, yeah. So we'll narrow down the male one first.
Because wakeboarding is about riding, then it's for me Parks.
Okay.
Even I respect Byerly the most, and Sean Murray still in the business. Yeah. And
Parks' impact was pretty damn big, though.
yeah, but just his riding was.
Yeah, his riding
These
impact.
couple of years, we just go in. Remember coming to a proto shop, stop, don't have his own rope, doesn't care about the rope length, still winning. I mean, he was on a pretty high level, confident level.
Yeah.
And representing the sport.
He represented it well to some people
Yeah.
like me and you probably liked how it was represented.
That's why, personally.
Yeah.
But still, it's Sean Murray and Scott Bailey, obviously. Girl.
Yeah.
Now, but you see it. I still look into the boat, kind of.
Yeah. So do you still kind of have that
still
mindset a little bit?
I still do.
Yeah.
Because I know the boat market, wakeboarding, is still way bigger than cable worldwide.
Yeah.
But for cable, it would be different.
Yeah.
Probably.
But you got to go just one overall for the whole.
Yeah, but it's also impact in the cable scene and everything.
It's true.
Yeah. But
true.
girl is also so many girls in different decades.
I know. That's where
It's even harder, I think, picking the right girl.
Yeah. So you can sometimes I'm starting to lean Megan because a lot of people say Dallas, and I think it just depends on what you look for in the goat, you know.
For the longest time, definitely Megan is on top of the game and really
and she does both too. So it's like back then, Dallas didn't really have. I mean, there was an option to do both, but it wasn't these two defined paths of cable.
Yeah, Dallas has an impact. A little time also there was Emma Wing, for example, and really back in the days, like Tara had his time. Tara Mix.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, so many girls. Oh, I don't know.
All right. You got to pick one. You got to pick one.
Megan.
All right, there you go.
Megan.
Megan Okino. Okay. All right. I want to hear a hot take. You got a hot take? You got any hot takes?
Okay. Explain again. Sorry, my English. But is it really like a trend, or is it?
It could be. So a hot take is something that people are going to feel strongly about. They either agree with it or disagree with it. So I could say a hot take would be skinny stance is overrated or looks ugly or something like that. There's a lot of directions. You could go business hot take. You could go wakeboard hot take.
My hot take is for cable contests. That's my wish came true that in contests finally our air tricks, kicker tricks, and rail tricks are all combined on many comps these days because it wasn't like this 10 years ago. So it's really cool that
you like that.
Even
now.
air tricks came back.
Okay. So 10 years ago, your hot take would be we need to have these all in one run.
Yeah, I told many riders, hey, practice air tricks, they will come back.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
Well, I think it's interesting how you guys do it here too because it's an option for Langenfeld.
It's kind of an option,
the air trick or the...
Yeah.
But a lot of riders go with the air trick, I think.
It shows the full aspect of the sport, I think, even better, yeah.
Absolutely.
This is something I really enjoy watching, even that's why I enjoy watching contests these days even more again.
Yeah.
Because they're different. It's not only rails. I mean, I love rail riding. I mean, we started with it, I don't know, right in the beginning, but still...
Well, rail riding looks best when it's complemented with, nice kickers and air tricks, I think, in a run.
And even kicker, we could, even for LAO, we could use another kicker trick, maybe 2 kicker hits.
Yeah.
Why not?
True.
Overhead trick, some
maybe
really cool spin. Yeah.
Who knows? There's options. Yeah. We got one from Flo, and he's wondering, how does your dream wake park or wake park resort look? Don't hold back. Dream big. No budget. What's it look like?
My brother Flo.
Yes.
Different levels of water.
See, I heard of this place in Germany. They're building the 5th cable, and I think this is the perfect place to try that. It's right behind me, actually. So
Yeah.
different levels. And you're talking different levels throughout the entire cable. So not just, a land gap on the right or left. It goes up a level, and you ride water down a level.
Yeah. For my personal wish, going down the rail, even another rail down, going around the corners, then
Up.
spillway up, kicker up.
Yeah.
Something. This would be. We could spend
I'm on board.
hours.
I'm all about it,
months for
Benny.
it. Yeah.
I'm all about it. Okay, so that's
No, this is really something.
dream.
Yeah, this
a big
is really,
dream.
Yeah,
Okay.
but hard to. Yeah, we'll see.
We got another one from Flo. And this one, he said he said he's really curious on this one. Okay. If you could do only one perfect thing, or you could only do one thing in perfect conditions for the rest of your life, would it be wakeboarding, surfing, or snowboarding? So it's in perfect conditions, but you can only do one for the rest of your life. And you have to pick one.
I have to,
Yeah.
have to think about it.
To me, unfortunately, I think wakeboarding would fall. It definitely wouldn't be number one. Maybe, though. I don't know.
Wakeboarding is so easy, affordable to have fun.
Yeah.
Like we were shooting for the documentary, I had to ride morning butter, glassy conditions.
Easy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But surfing or snowboarding.
Think about a perfect day snowboarding. I mean, come on.
That's the thing. Maybe we should compare perfect day of snowboarding, perfect day of wakeboarding, perfect day of surfing.
Yeah.
What gets me more stoked or most stoked? Maybe even snowboarding.
I think so. I think it has to be snowboarding.
snowboarding.
I think it does.
Out in nature, nobody around, because usually when you're having powder runs,
Yeah.
you only have one or two buddies.
Yeah. But it's perfect. It's perfect.
It's really perfect. Knee-high power.
It's perfect. Okay.
Sun's out. Surfing. Well, but this is a tough one.
I mean, they're all so good. They're all so good.
Yeah.
But you got to paddle when you're surfing, so that's kind of tough. And you got to hold onto the rope when you're wakeboarding.
Plus, there's usually somebody in the lineup, usually a better pro.
This is perfect day, though. This is perfect day.
Oh, nobody's out. Okay. Maybe.
Or if you want somebody out there, I don't know. It'd be cool to have a pro out there.
Come on. Whatever. Snowboarding. Maybe.
Snowboarding would be the one. I think before we get into the last guest question, what keeps you interested in wakeboarding to this day? You've been in it basically since the inception, and you're still seemingly interested in the sport of wakeboarding, getting people into the sport of wakeboarding, following the pro side.
Yeah, but you name it. That's it. I love seeing the stoke, their smile when they're doing their first lap. I love teaching the kids here, like my neighbor, Paul, 11 years old, or some other kids landing their first mope, roll blind, first toe back 7.
Yeah.
Sending me videos. Yes, I did it,
Because you kind of know how that feels.
Of course.
So that's why it's so
like riding
impactful.
with my family, my girls. I have 2 daughters. I mean, yeah, wakeboarding with them and even snowboarding, surfing with them. So this is like really, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I haven't learned something else. Maybe that's the reason.
I'm on the same page. Yeah, maybe there's something wrong. We don't know.
So
that's. I mean, yeah, it can be that simple though. It doesn't,
Yeah.
have to be super complicated. All right, I think we dive into the last guest question here from Daniel Jarrett.
Hey, what's up, guys? Dan from West Rock here. First off, Benny, thank you so much for all that you and your family have done for cable water skiing and wakeboarding in Europe and beyond. Guys like Hunter and I are so thankful for the ways that Langenfeld has, forever shaped the history of our sport in many ways. And then continuing to help with the culture and events like LAO. And there's just so many things you guys have done. Even our electronics were struck by lightning a couple years ago. And the first thought I had was, well, what does Langenfeld use? Because that's what I want to use. Anyway, my question's this. Where is your head and heart at about the future of cable? Are you as excited? Are you hopeful? Or are you concerned? I'd love to hear kind of what you're seeing as ahead, since Langenfeld and you guys kind of lead the way in many ways. Where do you think we're headed? Anyway, love to hear your take and this episode in general. Thanks again for doing what you do, both of you guys. Talk soon. Take care.
Yeah, where are we going? And are you excited for it?
Let me tell you one story. I was in Sweden at the World Cup. I think it was 98 or 99. O'Neill World Cup behind the boat, and we sat for dinner on a table with Scott Byerly. I was talking with him, hey, I'm riding on the cable, we're building our first rails, I've seen your videos, blah, blah, blah. And he told me, man, the cables are the future. They're the skate parks of wakeboarding. And that was the only person from the whole US wakeboard scene that understood already back in the days the future of cable wakeboarding. And since this day, for me, cable wakeboarding developed further and further. The features got better. And like I said earlier, I mean, back in the days was air tricks and the features came, and now air tricks are a little bit back. And I don't know why there should be any stop of development, or like, I am looking fully positive into the future. Sure, we have economic problems, we have things, every cable park has to look for the beginners, create a good atmosphere, but I think we could have way more cables, even in the US.
Yeah.
I can't tell you where we are and what is happening in 5 years exactly, but there will be always cool kids contests, there will be cool jam sessions, people will ride together, and we see this every year. Every year new customers come, buy their first season pass and stay here for a couple of years. Maybe they find a different spot afterwards, but yeah. I don't see any problem why this shouldn't go on, and see it totally optimistic and
excited for the future.
Fully.
And I think it's so important to remember how young cable wakeboarding, I mean, wakeboarding as a whole, boat, cable, whatever, it's so young as a sport. So young. So there's a lot of potential future that can happen.
And especially big, I mean, really great job what West Rock is doing with their videos. And I mean, if everybody maybe does one little local contest, takes care about their local scene, doing something special, little barbecue parties for their maybe season pass holders, like Steffen Wild is doing in Schwanhof, just doing their own little things, just organizing something, all good.
Yeah, 100%.
Not just open the cable and wait until the customer's coming.
It doesn't work like that. No business does. And I think you were just saying earlier about the little things of, having the 2.0 20 feet away. Mm-hmm. The little things like the barbecue parties for the season pass holders, or the cool jam contests, or stuff like Nick's doing, like with Hexa Jam, all these things.
Exactly.
Like if he hadn't gotten stoked on the sport for whatever reason, have to talk to him why he's so stoked on it, he wouldn't have gone and created what he's creating and done what he's doing. So all these little things have such big residual impacts and ripple effects. So point of the story is I'm very excited for the future as well, but it sounds like, I mean, if you are too, it's a good thing.
I am, and a lot of people are too as well, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, random question. How many features do you have here at Langenfeld?
Almost 50.
Almost 50.
I think I counted last year, it was 46, 48 or something. Okay. I'm not 100% sure because we sold two and we got some new. It's always hard when we hack it together, then.
Yeah. Well, what really counts as a full feature, I guess, a full feature is a full feature.
Like we are like only one or two other old ones, but the rest is just unit. And what you buy from unit as one feature, I would count it like this. Yeah. So, and it's on 4 full-size cables, altogether.
Around 50.
Around 50, almost 50, I would say.
Yeah, okay. What do you think the impact Unit has had, I guess? Because I feel like the Langenfeld relationship with Liquid Force is very strong and with Unit is also very strong. Is this sort of like, I guess, what's the relationship then between Unit and Langenfeld and your guys' family and everything?
Like, Hannes and Steff, they're the founders of Unit. They live in Cologne. They were studying at the sports university, and that's where I studied as well. And I don't know, somehow we came together, we met, they're doing Wakes Align, and we thought, hey, this is a good thing, the ideas and welding the features. It's a really safe part, building it or very safe way building it. Yeah, we have a really close relationship. Business-wise, we kind of work a lot together. We develop things here, like the unit surf pool, for example. And I think unit had a huge impact on the developing the cable wakeboarding world.
Yeah.
Sure, I know some people say, oh, they all are the same. We need more handrails. You need more metal rails. Sure, build it. No problem. But for the public, I would say, yeah, you have to be careful. You know,
Yeah.
it needs to be safe.
Yeah.
We talked about insurance and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So, no, the impact is huge. And there are some other brands as well building good features here. But, yeah, so definitely leading the way.
100%. You guys have you have a lot of them here. Over 40. Almost all.
Over 40, definitely.
How does the feature rotation here, I guess, before I wrap this up, how does the feature rotation work in terms of buying and selling? Because when you have this many, it's wild to me, the logistics of moving them around, buying them, selling them.
Yeah, we have a couple employees. They take care of it, and they have ideas.
Yeah.
We have a couple pro riders coming here, or upcoming riders. They always say, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? But they're not so much willing to get up early in the morning at 5.
You got to get your ass in the water. You got to get a wetsuit on and tie some anchors if you want to make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's where we're back into this, hey, do something for the sport, you know?
Especially if you're going to ride it. I mean, come on.
Come on,
That's
if you
the
want to
fun
hack
part.
it.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
No, but still, my brother and me, we are involved. We are deciding what we're going to buy, what we're going to sell.
Yeah.
Sure, we talk to the kids or to some other riders.
Yeah, because I just imagine with all the features you have, it's, you know, got to be kind of overwhelming in terms of like, well, what do we get rid of and what do we get? You know, you have options, but it's...
Yeah, you want something cool and big and crazy to hit, but on the other hand, see like the XS kickers we put next to our large kickers, very little ones. We asked for it. I talked to David, hey, we need this. Yeah, we have the small kicker. No, we need even a tinier one.
Yeah.
And there's everybody's hitting it.
Yeah, that's like almost the barefoot kicker. The little
exactly,
tiny guy,
yeah.
Which is, I love the small ones, you know. But
okay, one question for you. What's the best feature ever built?
Feature ever built? Mm-hmm. I was talking with Sam DeHaan, and he said the kicker is his favorite feature.
Okay.
My favorite feature or the best feature ever built? The best feature ever built is the unit pipe.
Unit pipe.
The unit pipe.
Really? Okay.
I think you got one hanging out here, the blue one.
Yeah.
I think that's...
We have a gray one on Carrier 3, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think the unit pipe to me is up there. It's amazing.
Andy Korb's signature?
I don't think I've ridden it.
No?
No.
Okay.
You have it here?
Yeah, sure.
Which cable?
Yeah, Carrier 1. You can ride it.
Oh, then yeah. Maybe I have ridden it then.
Has it been the one, you know, with a box and up rail?
Yeah.
With a little safety.
Was that here? Was that in for the Langenfeld setup this year?
No.
Oh, then I haven't ridden it.
No. But this is, in my personal opinion, because all the kids ride it, pros can ride it, and I think
okay.
I told Andy probably my favorite feature ever.
Interesting.
Really good.
Okay, well, I'll hit it today. I'm excited. Yeah, I think for me the unit pipe is pretty damn good, but I could see we'll see on the Andy Kolb signature here.
Have a look later.
Last one before we wrap this up. What's the biggest mishap you've had at the cable park in terms of the cable itself? Dan was talking about getting struck by lightning. I mean, I'm sure there's been all sorts of things that happen.
Okay, this didn't happen just one time.
Many
times.
Oh boy.
The motor tower dropped. Or a tower dropped into the lake.
How?
One time
the motor tower dropped into the lake.
Hey, crazy things happened here.
That's the worst tower to drop in the lake, too.
I have more stories now. Oh, damn. No, like a construction van, you know, where you put sand and concrete in, what you can lift. What do you call this?
Like a...
Whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
This part moves up.
Yeah. Dumps all the shit up.
Yeah. And got caught, was still driving and caught
the wire.
The wire and ripped it out of the anchor and then... The other time, cable 1 here, the one cable holding up the motor tower is fixed into the building, and we had to rebuild our terrace here in front of the office. And then some person was like with a machine hammer, like work on it. The vibrations made the anchor loose, and the tower fell in the water.
Or was it open when this was happening?
No.
Oh, that would be.
one time when I was a kid, one person was in this, this chair when you sit on the cable. A friend and employee sit there and didn't look up, push the button, send them out.
Jump off, I'm sure.
Yeah, later.
The first cable,
so many crazy,
first cable I worked at, they sent that chair. He was doing maintenance, got up, left the chair, turned the cable on.
In the pulley?
Yeah, fully
into the pulley.
Into the pulley, fully derailed the cable.
Derailed, yeah.
Of course, the chair exploded into a million pieces. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, shit happens. That's what happens. All right, I mean, I think this was a great one. We talked about a lot. I'm sure. I mean, like you said at the beginning, we could go on about several different topics for a long time, but. For the sake of keeping it not super long, I think we'll wrap it up. But is there anything else you want to touch on or anybody you want to thank before we wrap this up?
Of course, but I bet I forget most of it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, before this podcast, I thought about, hey, what do you want to talk about? And sure, so many things happened in the last 4 decades in my wakeboarding, or even more. My granddad, my dad, my own family, uncles, my brother. I mean, without them, if I want to wakeboard in the 90s, I couldn't make it happen by myself. There's so many things happened. All the people we rode together with, my best buddies, back in the days, we rode together. Good friends, still good friends, like Hardy, Clint Liddy, for example.
Yeah.
Patrick worked at CC Tech, and I don't know. There's so many. Jan Sauer, I don't know. Yeah, very big group of people, still connected, still friends.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Absolutely. I mean, the list could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give a huge thank you to you, and obviously thank you for coming on. It was a blast. It was fun on the shop talk to kind of dive in a little bit, but it was a lot more fun to dive in further. And I think maybe in the future, some shop talks here with some people around this area would be really interesting to do. But yeah, thank you for coming on. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It means a lot. You guys are watching. If you want to support the podcast, joining the Patreon is the best way to do that. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.